everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're an entrepreneur, creator, or small business owner who wants to build more than just a product, and if you want to create a brand that people remember, trust, and believe in, then this video is for you. Because today we're diving into the truth that no one tells you. The real reason why some small businesses become legends, while others get lost in the noise. This isn't just another branding tutorial, this is a mindset shift. And it could change everything. So let's begin. Have you ever stopped to wonder why some small businesses explode into icons, while others fade into noise? It's not just about having the best product. It's not about running ads or being everywhere. And it's definitely not about just having a nice logo. The truth is, most small businesses fail not because of lack of effort, but because they misunderstand what a brand really is. A brand isn't your logo, it's not your color palette, it's not even your product. A brand is the way people feel when they think about you. It's a reputation, a relationship, and an emotional connection wrapped into one. It's what lives in the hearts and minds of your customers long after the transaction is over. And here's where most people get it wrong. They build a business, but not a brand. A business is what you sell. A brand is why anyone cares. You don't get to define your brand. Your customers do. You might think you know what your brand is, but it only becomes real the moment someone else experiences it. It exists in every review, every comment, every "I heard about you from a friend." And that's where the magic begins, or disappears. Before you do anything else, you need to understand who you're serving. Not in theory, in practice. Not just what age group they're in or what city they live in, but what they feel, what they crave, what problems they're dying to solve. Branding doesn't start with visuals. It starts with listening, deep listening. Open Reddit threads, stock reviews, dive into social media. Learn the language your customers use to describe their pain points. That language, those raw, honest frustrations, will shape how you talk to them, how you show up, and how you create real value. The most iconic brands didn't come from genius ideas. They came from clarity about people. Once you know your audience, define your purpose with piercing precision. Not a vague mission statement, not a one-size-fits-all slogan, but a living, breathing belief system. Why do you exist? What makes you impossible to ignore? How are you creating impact? Your brand isn't built on what you sell. It's built on what you believe. And when your audience feels that belief, when they sense that you're here for more than a sale, that's when you become unforgettable. So now, build a voice, build a personality. Don't sound like a corporate template. Don't mimic what big brands are doing. Sound like a real human who understands your customer. Are you bold, rebellious, calm, supportive, inspiring? Your brand should speak the same way every time, whether it's through a tweet, a product description, a sales call, or a live stream. Consistency isn't just about visuals. It's about emotional rhythm. It's how you earn trust without trying to. Now, you can start thinking visually, but design isn't decoration. It's communication. Colors, fonts, layout, they all tell a story. So what story are you telling at first glance? Choose visuals that align with your soul. If your mission is joy, maybe it's warm yellow. If it's calm and clarity, maybe soft blues and clean whites. Use no more than 2 fonts. Keep things intentional. Make your logo simple, scalable, and symbolic. But most importantly, use all these elements consistently. Across your site, your packaging, your social media, even your invoices. Inconsistency breaks trust. Consistency builds belief. Now show up every single day. Because a brand doesn't grow in a flash. It grows through repetition, through presence. But be careful. Presence doesn't mean post everywhere all the time. It means choosing your spaces wisely. Be deeply consistent on 1 or 2 platforms before trying to take over the world. Show up so often that people start to expect you, recognize you, trust you, and remember you. Next comes the most misunderstood part of branding, engagement. Branding is no longer a monologue. It's a conversation. It's a back and forth. Your audience isn't sitting in silence anymore. They're tweeting, posting, reviewing, sharing, tagging, and reacting in real time. The brands that thrive are the ones that respond, not just to complaints, but to gratitude, to curiosity, to real people expressing real thoughts. If you treat your audience like numbers, that's all they'll ever be. But if you treat them like humans, they'll become your community. And that community is your greatest asset. Because this is where brand equity is born. Not in your marketing budget, not in your logo animations, but in how people talk about you when you're not in the room. Brand equity is the difference between getting the sale and becoming the default choice. It's the reason people pay more without asking why. It's the trust that compounds over time like emotional interest until you no longer have to shout for attention. People come to you because they believe in you. And here's the most overlooked truth. Real brand equity outlives every ad campaign, every trend, every social algorithm. It lives in the stories people pass down, sometimes from one generation to the next. Think about it. Were you a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi family? Did your parents use Tide or Gain? Did you grow up with Nike or Adidas? These choices aren't just about function, they're about identity, and you can build that too, if you're in it for the long game. You might be wondering, how will I know it's working? The answer is simple. When you're spending less to get more. When word of mouth replaces paid traffic. When repeat buyers outnumber first-time ones. When your inbox is filled with, "I've heard great things about you." That's the sign of a living brand. And I want to leave you with this. You are not building a logo. You're not building a product. You are building belief. You're building loyalty. You're building something that people trust, even when you're not around to explain it. That kind of brand requires more than strategy. It requires heart. It demands that you show up with intention, speak with clarity, listen with empathy, design with love, and serve with consistency, because the future belongs to those who build with care, not just clicks. Your brand starts with a single story, yours. But if you build it right, it becomes the story they tell each other. So go ahead, build it boldly, build it wisely, build it like the world is watching, because now it is. If this message resonated with you, and if it made you rethink what your brand really means, then I want you to do one thing right now. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the real story behind your brand? Not your pitch, your purpose. And don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to the channel because I've got more powerful, no-fluff content coming your way, all designed to help you build a brand that's worth remembering. Until next time, keep building with heart, keep showing up with purpose, and remember, the world is watching.